Jeff Bale, Flash Evolution. We're here to encourage you to get off the couch, do something. If you don't, Jim Rohn, who's one of my favorite people of all time, motivational speaker, unfortunately recently passed away. He said this: if you don't design your own life plan, chances are you'll fall into someone else's plan. And guess what they have planned for you? And that would be not much. There's kind of a general rule of thumb about when you work for an employer, they will pay you just as much as it takes to keep you. Probably not a dime more. They want to keep you in their business, so they're not going to pay you more than what it takes. And that's just the rule of the way it is. Legend says when you can't sleep at night, it's because you're awake in someone else's dream. We all have dreams, and you're probably fulfilling your boss's dream. Most Americans, due to the fact they're employed by a company, have no real job security. That's where the problem really exists and why we're encouraging you to do something. Get off the couch. The irony is that one of the key factors why people choose employment over entrepreneurship is to have security. Matter of fact, security is probably even more important than wage. So on a previous post I dealt with how the formula changed and how I was raised, namely working to work 30 to 40 years for the same employer. Again, that's changed. Career change now is inevitable. Over the course of your working career, you may change careers 7 to 10 times. And that's something you probably should expect. So as you're at your job now, you realize you're building your resume for your next position. Today, we as employees have caught up to the concept that our employer's loyalty doesn't extend beyond the bottom line of his or her business. I've known business owners that basically look at their employees and said, at the end of the day, I paid you, so we're even. And that's kind of the attitude that there is. So employees aren't stupid. We may have went to school to get a job, but we're not dumb. We've kind of figured the score out. So now, when we show up at the place to work, we don't really unload the whole, our whole suitcase. So our response has been to build a resume. We look at our resume and say, what do I need on my resume to get the next job? And so we never really unpack our bags as we move from employer to employer. We sense a bit of control this way in our employers because our employers move further and further away from employee loyalty. One of the problems is the economy is changing so quickly today, so good, strong businesses could be faltering in the next couple years. It's just the way it is. So while this is a response that we've adapted to, I'm not sure it's the correct response. You see, we still don't have control of your own destiny. As your employer might suddenly lay off, downsize, outsource, right size, and I'm sure they'll come up with a new word in the future. The problem is it's on their terms. It's not on our terms. So we want to encourage you to gain some control by adding other income in your life. I'm not saying quit your job. I'm saying add to your job, add to your income. Every person should have other streams of income in their life, which lessens the impact of your employer's control of your own destiny. So get an idea. Here's some ideas. And again, you look at if you want to go to our written blog, you'll see them listed out for you. But it says this: keep your job, become more conscious of your time. Use your lunch hour, evenings, weekends, or if you can afford to cut back your hours at a job, why not start a business? Everybody should have a business for no other reason to get tax benefits. And secondly, to gain some control. Look to your skills, look to your hobbies, look to your interests for clues of what you might do. If you still don't have an idea, there's people around you that will be honest with you. They're the closest to you. Ask them what you're good at. Often they know, and sometimes you don't really know because no one's pointed it out to you. Schedule time to think, most important. Think about how you can turn these unique abilities that you have into a way that you can make some profit and cash with those ideas. Do a website, create a blog, take your knowledge and share it with the global community. Maybe in the community you live in, and there is not a market for the skill, but the web creates endless opportunities for you as you develop a readership, track your people, and thereby attract advertising dollars. Ian Miller, who is the co-founder of Flash Evolution, this is how we started. We just talked one day and talked about some ideas we have and some things that people were interested in we were doing, and we sat down and we created My Flash Evolution. So develop a newsletter, write an ebook, write a pamphlet, create a video, start off writing about your expertise and skill. Write like you're talking to someone. You don't have to be an expert at this. We certainly could be use more polish, and that'll come over time. But you know something? The information is the most important thing. Don't worry about perfection. Your skills will grow and expand as you create. Spin off a product or a service. Read your blogs. What are people asking for? Figure it out and make it available. And then guess what? Repeat all of the above. Repeat the process. So do something and start by getting off the couch. A lot of people complain about their life all day long. They go home, they sit in front of the couch, and they do nothing. So I'm saying get off the couch. You've got time. You can build a business in your leftover time. We have a lot of products available at myflashevolution.com to help you with that. We have some tax tips for would-be entrepreneurs. We'll be rolling out in the next short amount of time our Foundations. It's a basic course for understanding what it takes to be an entrepreneur. So evolve with us as we expose you to experts. myflashevolution.com. Jeff Bale.